Hi, for my video, I am recording a group of geese here in Huntington Beach near my house at this duck pond. On this day, there was a group of men doing some construction. You can see a wheelbarrow with a pile of dirt. They had a backhoe and they were kind of digging up near the pond. And I saw this new behavior where they were shaking their heads up and down. You can see a couple of them in the middle of the frame doing this behavior. And this was new, so I decided to record it. So what is this behavior and what is causing it? In the literature and in the research I did, I found that it is called head tossing. And we can surmise that head tossing is the movement of the head in a vertical or lateral motion which signals to members of families that a goose is wanting to move or fly away from their current location. This is kind of an agreed upon explanation for this behavior in all the papers I read. And in Ratstater's 1974 paper, he states that on occasions when a goose is mildly disturbed or intends to walk away, it will perform this lateral and vertical rotating movements with its bill. So we can kind of assume from this situation at the park that they are anxious about the men who are there, and some of the members of the family are signaling, hey, it's time to move on, let's go. So how do young goslings develop this behavior? I come to the conclusion that young goslings are taught to head toss by observing and mimicking their parents' behavior. In Black and Barrow's article printed in 1985, they state that head tossing starts as early as hatching day, and it'll steadily increase over the next several weeks. And that females will actually bend down to the gosling's height and perform the behavior right in front of their faces. They'll even view males from about a meter away, and they'll mimic them even from that distance. So they're watching and mimicking the behavior from their parents. So what about our ultimate causes? We can look at it from an evolutionary standpoint that pre-flight behaviors can be traced in other members of family Anatidae, but evolved in Canada geese as a visual social signal communicating the intention to fly. So I have two papers by Raveling, but in his 1969 paper, he describes how the pre-flight behavior can be seen in other species of geese, and it can even be phylogenetically tracked in ducks that they have a pre-flight behavior. But he hypothesized that the behavior is ritualized in geese and probably represents a displacement of emotion meant to originally shake mud or water from the beak. So geese are highly social, and this became a ritualized behavior signaling to their other geese their intentions. So what is the function of this behavior? Geese who are better adapted at signaling to their sexual partners their intentions to leave are more likely to stay in close proximity with one another when they are threatened. And in Raveling's second paper I have in 1970, he stated that the exaggerated head and neck movements are derived from pre-flight head tossing, which represents a displacement resulting in the conflict of leaving and remaining with their partner. So what's happening is a goose that jumps the gun and flies off without their partner is more likely to lose their partner, whereas a goose who's better adapted at communicating its intentions will be able to stick with their partner, make the decision together, and continue making baby geese.